Welcome to this special edition of Commonwealth Games. I am Abhijit Deshmukh. We at the Rev Sports always try to cover several sports and different athletes. Today, I have a very special guest with me. Uh, he is part of the Indian squash team at the 2022 Birmingham Commonwealth Games. I welcome Ramit Tandon with me. Hi, Ramit.
Hi, Abhijit. Thank you so much for having me.
Just to give a brief introduction about Ramit, Ramit has been part of the 2018 Commonwealth Games. He has also been part of the 2018 Asian Games and has won bronze medal there. He is currently world number 46, and at the Birmingham 2022 he's going to be uh, part of the Indian team and going to play in three events: men's singles, men's doubles, and mixed doubles. One of the rare athletes to at the Commonwealth Games to do that. So Ramit, how's your preparation going on for the Commonwealth Games?
I mean, it's going pretty well. We are in Chennai. We've just completed 1 week of our 2 week camp, and we had Gregory Gaultier from France and Sebastien Bournomollet from France, who are legends of the game. So they've been working with the Indian team. They worked with us this past week. This coming week, we have Chris Walker coming down from the US, who will be working with us. Everyone's been training well. We've been in good spirits, and it's great to have support from some top coaches. So, yeah, I believe things are going well as of now.
So can you tell us how's the mood in the camp? How's Saurav Ghoshal is there, Joshna Chinappa is there, and others. Everyone is there. Deepika is there. So how's the environment there, and how's the camp
I mean,
mood?
it's fantastic this time. I think with the whole thing, there have been very few camps over the last couple of years, because of social distancing and keeping people away. This one, I think the Federation has done an amazing job. The junior team is also preparing for the upcoming World Junior Championships. So we have the juniors around as well. Of course, the Commonwealth team has their camp going on at the same time. And then we had some international players come in as well. So overall, I think the Federation has done a good job to work with everyone's schedules to kind of make this happen. And when it comes to training, everyone, at this level, when you're representing the country at the games, we all are professional athletes and we all know what needs to be done and we all put in the work. So obviously from that standpoint, each individual on his own is willing to kind of do the best they can to prepare for these games. And I can speak personally on how I feel. Obviously, I'm excited to be part of a squad after a long time, especially since this whole phase we haven't had many of these group training sessions.
Ravi, you were part of the 2018 Commonwealth Games as well. And how do you see, this Commonwealth Games with respect to the competition?
I think the competition is always tough. That something like a games is never going to be easy. I don't think you can compare generations and you can compare players because the game evolves. There are always superstars in the game that keep changing and stuff like that. But I do believe when it comes to winning a tournament, you still have to beat some amazing players and you have to have 5-6 days of quality squash in you. So when it comes to that, I think the standard for every Commonwealth Games remains at that. As an individual, you have to meet that requirement. That should be your focus. Obviously, in terms of names of the players, some of the players who at the last games have retired, aren't part of this games. There are new players who are here at these games who weren't part of the previous games. So obviously the names will not be the same, but definitely in terms of level of competition, I don't think it's inferior or in any way. If not, it's just gotten better. I do believe the sport is getting better. So from that standpoint, I would say, yeah.
And you'll be of course in singles and doubles and mixed doubles. You're pairing with Harry in men's doubles and Joshna Chinappa in mixed doubles. So could you highlight about your how you played with them and how your chemistry during the match on and off the field?
Right. Yes. So as you mentioned, I'm playing all three events. So we start off with the singles, which is going to be the first week, and I think the second week we have the doubles, the men's doubles and the mixed doubles. And a big part of doubles preparation is spending time with your partners, and that's why I'm here in Chennai this week, part of the camp. So we get to train together as a group, and I get to spend time with my partners on court. So we kind of discover each other's strengths and weaknesses, and how we could play with each other and make our partnership on court better. Uh, Training wise, I think we are checking off the boxes we are supposed to check off in terms of our preparation. But obviously, when it comes down to it, once you're in the village at the games, it's a completely different ball game. Training is training. You can do whatever you want in training, but when you are at the games, when you're under the spotlight, things are a little different. So we're kind of focusing on that. I think we are happy. Both Harry and Joshna. Joshna obviously has been around for a very long time. Harry too. He's been there for quite some time. I think it's his third or fourth games. So obviously they have the experience and expertise required. Like, at least we know what we need to do as a team to kind of hopefully end up with medals. And now the question is, we're going to put in another week of hard work before we leave here, and then the question is about executing that at the games.
Ramit, although squash is played indoors, but the conditions matters. If you're like playing in England, likely to have a home advantage for the British players. But overall, how do you see conditions? How does it matter to you or the entire?
Yes, a lot of people say squash is an indoor sport, and conditions, the weather does not really play a big part. It's not like cricket where we have a wet pitch or something, but the ball is a rubber ball, and rubber definitely is very sensitive to temperature. And colder conditions, obviously, rubber behaves differently than the heat in India. So obviously there are certain things that are going to be different when it comes to the conditions there. But the preparation of the Commonwealth Games is just not the 2 weeks. It's an overall preparation for 3-4 years. And as a unit, myself, Saurav, Joshna, we all do play the world events abroad in England, and we have had enough experience in UK to kind of know what the conditions are going to be like.
Thank you, Ramit, so much. So there it was Ramit who said, the process is important, and definitely, if the process is good, definitely the medals is likely to come. Ramit, thank you so much for speaking to us.
Thank you, Abhijit. Thank you so much.
See you at Birmingham.
Yes, bye-bye. See you.